Hi guys, we're in the lounge at the moment. We've not been in long. I hadn't planned a video for today, but after coming in and checking my phone, I had my phone while I was out, by the way, all the time we was out, but practicing what I preach, I hadn't looked at it at all. It stayed firmly in my pocket while I spent time training and engaging with both Cassie here and little Rolo, who snuggled up behind me. Hello guys. As I said, I wasn't planning the video, but when I got in, as you do, I sort of checked my phone, and there was a post from Robert Elaine explaining why, as Prima trainers, we train the way we do and how we've got to where we are. That is the swing from only correcting unwanted behaviours into swinging the opposite way to positively reinforcing all the behaviours we want, and how we've got to where we are today, really, which is doing a bit of both. Yeah, but far more positive reinforcement, but enough, if you like, correcting unwanted behaviour, just so we're clear to the dog that some behaviours aren't acceptable. And that's led me really to share something that I wasn't going to share. Now, there is a reason for this. This involves a client that lives here in the Medway towns that contacted me on the back of my Christmas offer, because for the last 3 years they've not been able to decorate the tree. In actual fact, for the last 2 years they've not had a tree at all. Although their dog would seem to be very well trained, and that's why I've got to keep their identity quiet, if you like. Their dog, on the face of it, is very well trained. It's attended quite a lot of classes and different bits and pieces locally. But the one thing that the owner had never been able to do is to teach the dog that some behaviours are unacceptable. Now, this is clearly down to, if you like, the tuition or the way that they've been led through the trainers they've worked with. As I said, I received a message the other day where, after we had conducted my half-day Christmas special, that this year, for the first time, she's been able to put the tree up. All the decorations have stayed on the tree, and she's even confident that if she puts presents underneath the tree, which was another little bit of a no-no, okay, couldn't do that, couldn't leave the presents where unattended, where the dog might find them, that they, for the first time this year, they're going to have more like a traditional Christmas, because after my half-day session with them, the dog's not interested. They've put the tree up, they've used some of the techniques, the minimally aversive techniques, and teaching the dogs that some behaviours just aren't acceptable. We didn't use the tree for this, it wasn't up, but we trained for the scenario that the dog would learn and listen to a clear marker and clear verbal instructions that some behaviours just aren't acceptable, and they're really better off not doing that. And we've transferred that, or the owner obviously has transferred that over onto the tree. It's worked a treat, okay, and for the first time in a long time, they're going to have a more traditional Christmas, the same sort of Christmas that I have, okay? So, because of Robert's post that I've just shared, it's on my page if you want to find it, okay, it sort of spurred me just to share that a little bit, that there is a middle ground that we can find that does not include us being abusive or cruel to our dogs, which is what this particular person had sort of been led to believe. Yeah, that's fair, but then really benefits our relationship so much more when we can just enjoy a life, a normal life with our dogs. Anyway, bye.